annexing all of this land, and we'll be setting up a puppet state around the Caspian coast. That will look something like this. Now moving on to the western part of Turkey, we see yet another familiar face make an appearance. The magenta-ish country comes back after being ruled by the old empire for many years. This is the same country that rules over Crete, by the way. So that's kind of cool. They will come back and they will definitely make the green country feel a little bit safer because now they don't even border the mess that is the old empire's remnants. Speaking of the old empire's remnants, they are now looking a lot like how they did coming out of World War II, sort of. I'm getting my time frames messed up, actually. When did the old empire form? Anyway, now we're heading back over here to Persia, where we have to do one more releasement of a previous country. This time though, it's not exactly the same as it was before, but a new country finds its way sort of in the place of that Persian country which existed a really long time ago. Oh yeah, and goodbye Lime Team, once and for all. This land is essentially kind of mushed together with the old empire's old puppet state and given new life under a new government. By the way, we can go ahead and get rid of the green team and the Russians little symbol, which means that we're still just dividing up the old empire here. Down here we have the returning of what hopefully is two familiar faces. If you don't remember these guys, they last existed in episode 26. Maybe 27. Actually, I have no idea, but they're back. We have the blue and the green teams. These guys, once again, gobbled up by the old empire at some point, but now they are back. Also, that reminds me, I gotta do the capital cities for these other countries. These guys' capital was previously in Crete. However, I do believe that they would probably move it down over to maybe like right here. So we'll put their capital city right there. And the red team's capital was up here at one point, but a lot of nuclear bombs went off. So we're going to be putting their capital right here in the Black Sea. These guys already have their capital city. And as for these two, boom and boom. Oh yeah, in Egypt, we can put their capital city right there. And I think that's all of them. Anyway, now it's time to tear this thing into two. Boom and boom. The old empire is gone. No longer does it exist. It's not allowed to exist. The union between these two countries is forever forbidden. And you might be thinking, adizz, are you really just going to leave it at that? Are you just going to let them exist like that? Huh, no. The world is going to learn from its eras, not once, but twice. Did they let this thing consolidate into one power? It did not end well. It never ended well. We, of course, had that one military leader in the old empire that went on a huge conquest, but eventually faced a coalition against him, which caused the red team to split into the red, orange, and pink teams. Those had the three descendants of the previous red team king. Then we saw the shenanigans with the Holy Cities rebellion throwing over the government of the blue team, which turned out to be a rebellion funded by the red team in order to get the blue team to unite with the red team to form the old empire. Yeah, it's not happening anymore. That's not happening. The world knows that don't let these two near each other. So how exactly do you go about preventing that from happening? Well, you gotta fracture both of these countries so they can never have a chance of uniting into one. Let's begin with the fracturing of the old empire. First of all, starting in the northernmost region of Turkey. We will have one country released here looking something like this, another one released looking something like this, a third one looking like this, one here looking like this, one large one down here looking like that, one right here, that surely isn't going to be controversial, one pretty big one over here, one tucked in right here, and finally one right here. So that is all of the new countries that are going to be carved out of the red part of the old empire. We haven't even gotten to the blue one yet, but the red part is basically taking a brute of the blame for World War III. Now, as for the capitals of these new countries, well, there's really no strategy to this. Just kind of, sprinkle them around wherever you see a major city. Go ahead and throw down a big yellow dot there. Now, a lot of cities have been nuked, so yeah, that's rough, but it's okay. They can make it work. All right, I think that's every single country that I have down. Yep, I talked about every single one of these countries, and I don't think I missed any. So this is the result of the red team's division. And remember, the red team is the one that formed the old empire. They did the rebellion within the blue team to get that in their favor. Now, as for the blue team, they are still going to face consequence because, of course, they were a part of the old empire, a core part of the old empire. Let's make sure we don't leave any unintentional remnants of that anywhere. But since they weren't like the red team who initiated the union, they're kind of getting a slight pass, but they're still going to have to give up a lot of land. Now, the blue team is long dead. That was a country a very long time ago. The rebellion was also a long time ago, but before that, that was the blue team. That blue team is gone. This is not that blue team. That thing was in episode 1. It's gone. Similar to how this is not the red team from episode 1. This is just red. I like the color red. I'm making this red. We'll get to more of this in a second because this is the old capital of the old empire. We're not done here just yet. But as for the blue team, they will be ceding over this coast over here in the Persian Gulf to this kind of brownish gold country. I'm gonna say they're more gold than, no, they're more brown than gold. Whatever, doesn't matter. We'll be giving them that, which gives them access to the ocean. Anyway, a new country will be formed right here. Horrible border, but that's, actually, no, I'm gonna change that. All right, that's better. I just took away one of the provinces. No, this is not the lime team. Don't get your hopes up. Over here, we have the creation of a new country. This is kind of like a lightish pink color, obviously. They're chilling there. And now we have just a few more territories to divide up from the blue team, who, like I said, will be allowed to exist just in the south. All right, here is another country. Also, no, this is not the old empire either. But finally, we have our last country in the center here. This is the yellow country, and that is the division of the old empire all completed up. So I guess you could say that Russia won World War III. I mean, the old empire doesn't exist. Russia does, and so does China. So yeah, I guess that's that. We cannot forget to do capital cities though. Green team, bang. Teal team, bang. Yellow team, bang. Pink team, bang. Blue team, bang. You know what happened right here? Yeah, the start of the series. Actually, it might have been right here. We'll do it right there. And that is everybody. All right, welcome to the new Middle East. Fractured and interesting. We'll have to see what issues arise in this jumbo of mess. Also, I didn't forget, but the remaining core province of the old empire where the capital lies, this area / country, it's a new country, but not for long, is going to be divided up by some of the top powers in the world. This is a collaborative effort to keep this from happening ever again because it seems that this capital city is kind of cursed. So what do I mean by divided up? Well, the Russians will be making a puppet state / occupying the northern half of this country, including the capital province of the old empire. The brown team will be getting a split of it. China will be getting a split of it. And finally, and most notably, India will be getting a part of it. Now, these are the 4 strongest countries in the world at this very point, so it makes sense that they are the ones to divide up the territory